Good morning, student. Welcome to my physics class, physics LCR class. Now I am going to explain about property of solid. Property of solid, liquid, gases we are going to see. So now I am going to explain property of solid. Already I told actually three characteristic of particle of matter. It is decide the state of matter. It is going to decide the state of matter. What are they? Last video actually I explained actually what are they? Intermolecular space, intermolecular force of attraction and random motion of the particle. These three things actually determine the state of matter. Solid state, liquid state, gaseous state. Three states of matter. Matter can be classified into three states: solid, liquid, gases. So first one, property of solid I am going to explain. Property of solid. So here 12 characteristics are they given. 12 properties about the solid it is given. First one, definite shape and volume. Definite shape. Solid has definite shape and volume. How it is having a definite shape? Here I given actually molecular arrangement of the solid. Just to note down, molecular arrangement of the solid. How the molecules arranged? So it is actually closely packed, tightly packed, very closely molecules are arranged. So that's why the solid gets a definite shape. Solid gets a definite shape. It is having a definite volume. Definite volume. The object has, solid object having a length and breadth. Solid object having a length and breadth. So we can define volume. Length into breadth into height. So solid has definite volume. This is a volume formula. It is a volume formula. L for length, B for breadth, H for height. H for height. So this is the example. Just you see it is a duster. Duster has a length, breadth, height is there. Height is there. How much length? Centimeter, meter, whatever it may be. Length, breadth, height. Okay. So this pen also we can say it is a cylindrical shape. So cylindrical shape also having a definite formula is there. It is having a formula. So it is I am telling about cube or cuboid. So this duster is a cuboid. It is a cuboid actually. Okay. So solid has definite shape and volume. It cannot compress. Cannot compress means you press, no. You press the material, it cannot compress. It cannot compress. Suppose 1 liter or 1 kg bottle. So 1 kg container you are having. In that container getting maximum 1 kg substance only. But water and gases little different. We will see. So solid cannot compress. Solid cannot compress. So it cannot flow. Solid cannot flow. We can drop the material. This material cannot flow. So solid cannot flow. It is highly dense. So you are going to study about the density material. So density concept. So you can understand what is dense. So dense means actually it is closely packed atoms and molecules. So that's why it is giving a dense. So that's why it is giving a dense. So solids are, it is a very dense material. Liquid and gases, no, it is less dense. We will see. So next one, molecules closely packed. In this diagram you can understand. In this diagram you can understand solid. The molecular structure of the solid is given. Molecular structure of the solid is given actually. It is very closely packed. Next actually, due to its weight, all the objects, solid object, liquid also, all the matter having a weight. Air also having a weight. Solid, liquid, gases, all the thing having a weight. So here, Solid having a weight, so due to its weight, it exerts pressure. It exerts pressure. It is giving a pressure. Just you note down. It gives the pressure. So this body having a weight, that weight actually falling down. So that's why this base actually giving a pressure. So solid exerts pressure. How it is giving a pressure? Due to its weight. Due to its weight, it producing a giving a pressure. So due to its weight, it exerts the pressure. The sixth point, solid exerts pressure. This pressure actually at the bottom it is exerting the pressure. Solid object, it is exerts the pressure at the bottom. It is having a strong intermolecular force of attraction. Last video actually I told what is intermolecular force of attraction. Many atoms are there. Every atom we are taking, all the atom, no, it is surrounded by other atom. You are considering two atom. This atom giving a attraction on the another atom. Same this atom giving a force on the another. So like it is attractional force is there. So strong intermolecular force of attraction. Solid has higher, that intermolecular force of attraction is very high. That is strong intermolecular force of attraction. It is having a low thermal expansion. Thermal means heat. Here it is a thermal means heat. So you are applying a heat on the object. This object you are heating, solid object heating. So it is going to expand. So it is giving a least expand. Solid, all the solids giving a very least expansion it is giving. That's why solid has a low thermal expansion. Solid has a low thermal expansion. Next one, molecules are not free to move from their position. Molecules are not free to move from their position. When you are heating the object, when you are going to heat the object, molecules actually vibrate. So at the center line, this is called, we are saying a mean position. So the molecule actually going to vibrate. It cannot leave from that position. In water and gases, it is going to leave, free to move. But here in the molecule, here it is not free to move. Not free to move. Molecules are not free to move from their position. That is a mean position. What is mean position? I explain. So just a horizontal line you are making. It is assumption actually. You are going to imagine this line. So it is a mean position. The molecules going to vibrate. These molecules cannot leave from that position. But in water and gases we will see how it is moving. So molecules are not free to move from their position. Next one, solid has many phases. Just you take this is a duster. It is having a phases. Just to see one phase, another phase. This is another phase like this. Okay. So that's why we can say solid has many phases. Solid has many phases. This box also you can take. This box also you take. This is a one phase, another like this. Many phases, many free surfaces. Many free surfaces are there. Why they are having a many free surface? It is depending upon the closely packed atoms and molecules. That's why it is having a many free surface. So it is a definite shape and size. Solid has a definite shape and size. That's why it is solid has many free surfaces. Solid highly rigid. Solid highly rigid. So some solid you can stretch into wire, and some solid you are beatening, so it will make a sheet actually. It will make a sheet. But solid highly rigid material. So we can say it is hard material. Solids are very hard or rigid we can say. Some material we can make a wire, some metal. Some metals you are beatening, it is going to make a sheet. Another last point, not easily diffuse. Not easily Diffuse. What is diffuse? Diffusion is a one property. Okay. So diffusion means it is going to mix each other. When it is going to mix each other, solid, suppose you are taking rice, you are taking salt, you take now, just you are going to mix these two things. But when you are seeing, you can see now separately. It cannot diffuse actually. Solid cannot diffuse easily. But water and this thing easily mix. Suppose liquid, I will explain at that time, I will give an example. So solid not easily diffuse into another solid. It is not mixing properly. It is not mixing properly. If you can heat it, sometimes no, solid and sugar you can give and heat, no, it will going to melt. It is going to melting actually. But ordinary temperature you are taking and mixing, you can see the sugar and salt separately. Okay, so these are the properties of the solid. These are the properties of the solid. So just to go through it, definite shape and volume. Solid does not compress. Solid does not flow. It is highly dense. Molecules closely packed. Just you see this diagram, closely packed. Due to its weight, it exerts pressure. So weight and pressure, it's a big concept. Higher level you are going to study. But what is weight, I will explain. Weight and mass. Okay. So here just to see what is volume. I have given here actually volume formula I given. Simply what is volume? Volume means the space occupying by the object. Space occupying by the object. That is known as volume. Suppose this duster, what is the volume it has? What is the volume it has? So how much space it is occupying? That is known as volume. So how you can, this is a definite shape actually. So it has a formula. You measure the length, you measure the breadth, you measure the height. So just you product now length, breadth, height. So it is giving a volume. Suppose what is the volume of this book? This book occupies some space. This book occupies some space. That is known as volume. We also occupying this space. So we also having a volume. Solid object having a volume. So liquid also. So we will see in the liquid and gases about shape and volume. Not this is I told these things. Due to its weight, solid exerts pressure at the bottom surface only. Liquid also it is giving. Next session we will see. Next, low thermal expansion. That low thermal expansion, so it is when you are heating the solid, it is going to expand very least, very little length it is going to increase. Molecules are not free to move from their position. Next one, solid has many free surfaces. Highly rigid means it is hard. Highly rigid means it is hard. Not easily diffuse into another solid. Okay, thank you. I am going to complete my class. Study well, go through well, do it well. You should do the hard work. Okay. So whenever you are studying, no, that time you have to revision you have to do. First you learn, then write. Okay. So then you memorize. Learning and writing. Learning and writing is very important. Every day you have to study, girls. Every day you have to study, my dear students. Thank you.